Alright guys, we're back working on junker again. So I was gonna make a video on how this is kind of a video on how to do the B58 coil conversion on your S55 if you were ever wondering. I already have the coils in, but I've been chasing a dumb misfire for the past week now. Personal opinion, I might just change it back to regular. So, I mean, I don't know. It's up to you guys if you want to. I'll put a picture of the kit that I want to go to that I personally think is probably going to be way better than these. And it looks a lot sleeker than just having all your wires just sticking out like cattywampus and everything. But first things first, I mean, if you're going to pop the hood, I obviously don't have a hood. If you have stock intakes, then you're gonna have to at minimal remove this intake. Then first, you're obviously gonna remove the covers. They're sitting over there. It's the 3 10 mils and then a pop pin that goes here. You're gonna pop up the pin, turn them half or a quarter of a turn. Then they just pop up and slide out. After that, what you're gonna do is, if you also have the rubber grommets, sorry, I forgot about that. You're gonna have to remove the rubber grommets. You don't have to remove them all the way. I just take it off because obviously you gotta show off the dirty, polished brace. But we're just gonna start from where I'm at. So basically you're just gonna remove this wire from this rubber piece. You're gonna pull out the rubber piece. Will say if you have an aftermarket intercooler, it does make it a little bit of a pain in the ass to get this in and out. You're just gonna basically just ungroove it from the slot, set this over here. Then you're gonna remove the 8, 6, 7, 8, 13 mils on the carbon brace and then the 110 mil. So I'll show you that here in a couple seconds. You're gonna start off and remove these. Usually you should hand break these by hand first, but I don't care. This thing's been taken off 8 million times already, so it's not the end of the world for me. We're just gonna do this one, this one, this one. Then after those 8 13s, you're gonna swap it to a 10 mil and remove this 10 mil. Then after that, you're just basically gonna lift up, pop it up. I would say if you have the rubber things on strut towers, then you gotta move those so it doesn't tear them. Then next, basically just gonna pop these up and disconnect both of them on each side. After you remove both of these connectors, reach up in here and go ahead and pop the other one out. Then you're just going to work with the 5 E12s on each side, so 10 in total for both sides. Then the 2 E14s on both sides, or one on each side. Then the 2 16 mils. If you're using an impact and you have your hood on, you're going to need a short 16 mil. So otherwise the impact will hit the hood when you take it off. So I'm going to start with the 2 E14. So you're going to do this one, then work your way with the 5 E12s. This side. Then after that, you're going to do the 2 16s. And I forgot what it is for stock applications, but mine's been re-threaded, and so it's a little bit of a ghetto 19 mil bolt. You're gonna loosen that for the coolant expansion tank. After you loosen that, you're just gonna move this forward and pop it up and out. Then just, still in the way. I'm just gonna lift up. And it should just do the same thing. You can be a little more careful than I am, but whatever, it's still gonna work. And then pop this out of the way. Then after you do that, it's gonna be the 6 10 mil bolts, 3 on each side, 1, 2, and 3, and then 1, 2, and 3. So Same thing on the other side. This way. Then you basically just slide it and lift up. After that, if you are doing the full thing and not just diagnosing a misfire, you're going to take out this intake pipe, but you're going to undo this MAF sensor right here, move that out of the way. If you have aftermarket intakes, you can just leave this whole unit connected and just undo this 10 mil, pull it up, and wiggle it out. If you have stock intakes, you are going to have to take it off separately one by one. Then you would have to do the charge pipes, which mine are aftermarket, so it's just going to be the 10 mil clamps on the top, and then 10 mil bolt down there, and another one down underneath there, which is a little hidden. Then you lift up from the bottom to undo it from the turbo and pull it out on both sides. Then you have access to the whole thing. And then since if you are doing the coil conversion, what you're going to do is you're just going to pop out the OEM coil packs, all 6 of them. And you're going to, I'll show you guys when I take this one out. Just give me a second. Yeah, that's really odd. This bolt for the injector tie down bracket, you're gonna undo that 10 mil, all the 3, okay? Then you're gonna put this bracket in. There's slots where the OEM fins go into right here. All right, guys, so after trying to fix my cylinder 6 misfire, we're gonna get rid of these junk coil conversions because this kit sucks. And personally, I think it's the harness on it. Something's probably messed up somewhere, somehow. So yeah, I'm just gonna revert back to OEM. Since I have to take off the intake pipe and whatnot, I'll show you how to snake it out. So you're gonna grab your handy dandy 10 mil. Once the bolt is loosened and your MAF is disconnected, you're just gonna lift up. And it is a little tight, but you gotta be careful of that line too. But, hold on, give me a second. So once you get it unsnagged from that line, you're just gonna twist her, pull up, keep wiggling it out, twist it, and voila. Now you don't have to disconnect it because I know these can be a pain in the ass. Then after that, the charge pipes, just go ahead and you don't have to take them all the way off. I'm not going to. So it's basically gonna loosen the 10 mil clamp. Here. All right, hold on. All right, so once you loosen the clamp, which if you guys have aftermarket charge pipes, I'm sure you already know, you can't get a socket on them because they're bigger and there's the lip that blocks you from being able to get a socket on. Unless I'm just a dingleberry and don't know how to do it, but then you're just gonna loosen this 10 mil bolt down here a little bit. Once you loosen it, then you have enough wiggle room to be able to wiggle out the coil. So here, once I get to that, I'll show you. All right, so pretty much what you're gonna do is just connect the connector from it. Move this out of the way. You're just gonna pull up on it and you just sneak it out of the way. But yeah, I'm reverting back to OE because, again, I've had nothing but issues with my B58 coil conversion. With this kit alone, even when I first got it out of the box, I've had nothing but issues. And I thought it was because I was a dinglebutt and got the Denon B58 coils, and then I realized that you can't do anything other than L doors in these cars. But I obviously, as you can see, they're OE BMW L doors. I've still had nothing but problems. I mean, it was working good, really good for a couple days, and then I started having another cylinder 6 misfire. And the coils are still beautiful. They're mint. So I know it's not a coil issue. And again, just to make sure that I didn't have a coil issue, I even swapped cylinder 6 to cylinder 1. Same thing was still on cylinder 6. And I know for a fact it's not injectors as well, because the injectors are brand new Nostrums. Alright, so once you guys finally figure out and realize that the B58 coil conversion is trashed by no hate on them, just their kit for this sucks. You're basically just going to put the OE coils back in, okay, all of them, then work in reverse. So I like to tighten up the top one, and then tighten the bottom bolt down there for the charge pipe. Then you're going to basically just put this intake back on, which is also kind of a pain in the ass to squeeze in, but again, I find it a little easier than doing this. So hold on. So once you get it squeezed through and manhandled, you're just gonna put this bolt back in. Then once you get it in, you do this bolt, you tighten it down, just plug the mat back in, and then before you put anything else back together, you can go ahead and start it and check for misfires. But you are gonna have to coat it or tune it for the B58 coils. If you're doing the B58 coils, and if you already had them, taking them back off, then obviously you're going to have to code them back to OEM. So I will go ahead and throw a screen sharing of where to go and how to do it, if you're on boot mode. I don't know about MHD, but I know about boot mode, so. Once you started it, confirm there are no misfires, and you basically just put everything back in reverse order. Hopefully you guys remember. If not, don't worry, I will go ahead and show you. First things first is you're going to put this back on, which just slides underneath this little ba-bam, ba-bow, and it should line up pretty nice. And again, you're just going to tighten them. Don't go too crazy with this because they will break. You take a fucking pizza break after. But yeah, once you tighten those 6 bolts and you throw on the aluminum brace, once you throw that bitch back on, you got the 5 on each side, so 10 E12s, the 2 E14s, 1 on each side, and then the 2 16 mils. Then after that one, you put on that, suck it up on that motherfucker, and then you put this wire back through. Don't worry, I'm going to show you. I'm just taking a little pizza break. Alright, so you grab your brace. Oh, Mitch is going to help me. Thank you. You're going to slide it underneath that. And zoop it up. Then you're going to grab your wire, snake it through, and let that bitch slam. Move your reservoir. Then it snugs down and flush. Put that bitch back. You put all the bolts in. Again, torque them to spec. So you're gonna do the 2 16s. Beep beep. And you're just gonna go around and tighten them all. Now it's the E14s. Got the little man on the car. Woo! Look at him run! Look at him run! Oh! Look at that big fat ass! Oh! Look at that, getting rollers of a fucking ladybug on my car, boy. Damn, dude, that thing's scurrying.
National Geographic.
Oh, nah, this bitch about to get loose. Oh, damn it. Oh, well, now it's in my car. Right there. Oh, dummy. Oh, already. Anyways, after dicking around, yeah, your polished or aluminum brace. If you don't have the covers, then you can go ahead and just connect these. Pop them back in. If you have the covers, then you gotta put the covers on. Sneak this underneath that rubber cover on here. You do the same thing on this side. Connect. I can get it. Okay. Don't forget about your bolt, which mine is this 19 mil bolt that got cut in like 80 million pieces. So put that back. Make sure you put that back so your expansion tank holds. Next, after that, you're gonna grab your carbon brace. You're just gonna slap it on like so. You can leave it here, but I'm gonna switch over and get sidetracked and do this rubber piece. So you're just gonna put this rubber piece back where it goes. So, I'm just gonna throw it on and then it should go on. Then it goes on. After you just throw her on there, then you're gonna do the 8 13 mils and then the 1 10 mil again. You're just gonna tighten all these.
Actually, really okay.
Then this one. Then put your covers back. Just pop them back in place. Oh, don't over push it like that. You gotta lift it up and push it back out. Like so.